As the world waits to see if a woman will be charged for faking her own kidnapping, why one person is hopeful that the press Carlee Russell got is allowing more eyes on black women when they go missing.
So here's a positive event where they can see us on a different side.
First responders in Fultondale helping build community during their National Night Out, how they hope events like this will help to strengthen their bond with the city. And how two professors turn their passion for helping kids learn into groundbreaking research.
Live, local, late breaking. WVTM 13 News at 10 starts now.
Well, it's been 2 weeks since Carlee Russell was first reported missing. Thank you so much for joining us here at 10 o'clock. I'm Brittany Decker. It would be 2 days before Carlee Russell showed up at her parents' doorstep. But the relief that this young woman was found alive quickly turned into suspicion about how she went missing. Russell initially told police that she was abducted by a man after she saw a toddler walking along I-459. Police then found several suspicious parts of the searches on her phone in the hours leading up to her disappearance. Then this week, Carlee admitted to fabricating her disappearance and apologized to anyone that she may have hurt during her ruse. The Jefferson County District Attorney is deliberating on whether Carlee Russell could face criminal charges. And the Carlee Russell case, of course, got national attention. That's just what you want if you have a loved one who disappears. But it's not what happened in 1992 when Felicia Martin Cochran vanished in Pell City. Her daughter was only 12 years old at the time and has spent the last 31 years looking for answers. She says that she was devastated when she learned Carlee lied about being abducted. She's hoping, though, now Carlee might use this experience to help other families like hers.
I hope that we give Carlee some grace. I know that she's going to have to deal with the consequences of her actions, whatever those might be. But I'm hoping that she understands the magnitude of her actions. I hope that she will allow this to push her to help families like mine who are really living this.
Brandy says that she's coming to terms with knowing that she may never know what happened to her mother, but will never stop pushing for justice. Of course, the investigation into Carlee Russell's case is ongoing. Police have said charges here are possible. It is, though, up to the district attorney. So we are staying on top of the story. We're going to bring you the very latest developments as they become available to us. All right, another hot day across the Magic City. Meteorologist Adrian Castellano is here standing by. Dry for the most part today, but it's basically the same theme over and over again.
Yeah, exactly. It was hot today, and it's only going to be hotter over the next several days. Let's go ahead and take a look at these temperatures outside right now. This is incredible. 10 p.m. and it's still 83 degrees in Birmingham, 82 in Tuscaloosa, 75 Coleman, 78 Gadsden, 82 degrees in Clanton. So it's a very warm, kind of muggy night out there. And you factor in that humidity and it still feels like 92 in Tuscaloosa. It feels like 88 Birmingham, 86 degrees in Clanton. We have a heat advisory in effect for tomorrow, for Friday, for much of central Alabama. Counties shaded in orange. It's because the humidity levels are actually going to increase some tomorrow and really through the upcoming weekend. So you combine that temperature, which will be in the upper 90s, with that increasing humidity, and you get those feels like temperatures or a heat index, which will exceed 105 in many locations. These are expected high temperatures for tomorrow, near 97 in Leeds and Gadsden, 98 Hueytown, Birmingham, 94 Clanton, 96 degrees in Tuscaloosa. I do think we see a slightly better chance for some pop-up showers and storms tomorrow afternoon. We'll take a look at that forecast, plus the weekend coming up in just a bit. Brittany.
Adrian, thanks so much. First responders in Fultondale were out in full force tonight for their annual National Night Out. Our WVTM 13's Aaron Llewellyn in the middle of all the fun earlier today. Aaron, this was really about creating community between residents.
Yes, Brittany. Fultondale police say that National Night Out is the chance for them to engage with the community. And one sergeant I talked to says that this draws people in to better address their concerns.
We're really excited.
Why are you excited?
Because everything's free.
Food, raffles, and dunk tanks.
I want to dunk some police officers.
The city of Fultondale hosting its National Night Out on Thursday. Sergeant John Tank says this event goes far beyond just having a good time.
In our line of work, everything's not always positive. So here's a positive event where they can see us on a different side.
Crystal Hamby says she sees the hard work first responders do every day to keep communities safe.
In our communities, they're sometimes feared. So I want to make sure that he doesn't fear, our first responders.
And she wants her nephew Zachary to feel more comfortable around police and firefighters.
If something takes place or something happens, he has to know that those are people that are there to help and help serve and provide a service for him.
But that all starts with giving people an environment to create those relationships. And the dunk tank was a big help.
We can get better community involvement from the community as it relates to crime and squashing crime and, prevent crime.
Now, Fultondale police say that they wanted to beat the back-to-school rush, so they hosted their National Night Out event early, as traditionally celebrated the first week in August. If you'd like to see if there is a National Night Out event in your neighborhood, please check with your local police. In Birmingham, Aaron Llewellyn, WVTM 13.
Aaron, thank you. Birmingham police say a teen girl is behind a 33-year-old man's murder. They say the 14-year-old shooting may have killed Lakilo Cummins earlier this month on Republic Boulevard. Birmingham police believe that a parking lot fight is what led to his death. The suspect is currently in the Bell Youth Detention Center. A woman has been charged in a deadly shooting at an apartment complex 2 weeks ago. Investigators say Jamaria Henley killed Nicholas Johnson while they were robbing an apartment on Montesano Road. Henley is now charged with capital murder. A corrections officer and 2 prisoners are charged with the death of an inmate in Elmore County. The Alabama Department of Corrections says Sergeant DeMarcus Sanders and inmates Frederick Gooden and Stefano Hampton are now charged in the death of Reuben Murray. Murray was killed last night after he reportedly got into a fight with the officer. He then was left alone to await transport to the hospital when the 2 inmates gained access to where he was, leaving Murray unresponsive. ALDOT Director John Cooper will have to wait a little longer for his day in court. Cooper is accused of harassment last June after he allegedly threatened to shoot a neighbor in a land dispute. A bench trial was scheduled for August 2nd, which has now been delayed until January of next year. Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville's hold on military nominations is raising the stakes of the Senate's final week in session. So far, he's blocked nearly 300 nominations because of a policy that would cover travel expenses for employees to get an abortion. This week, active duty military spouses hand-delivered a petition to Tuberville's office to convince him to end his protest because they believe his actions hurt the military every day.
I would ask the senator to please listen to military leaders and yes, to military families when we are telling him the impact that this is having on our community, that it really is politicizing folks who are super apolitical, who just want to serve our country and defend the Constitution and serve a cause greater than themselves.
And Senator Tuberville remains adamant that if the DOD does not change its stance on abortion, his blockade will continue. Well, as students prepare to return to school pretty soon, this time at UAB, some of them are really concerned that they may do so without a place to live. They say the school overestimated how many would apply for on-campus housing, and now there's a shortage. According to UAB, roughly 100 students are affected. Executive Director Mark Booker says every applicants have been given priority housing. For those who have been affected, the university will be making accommodations.
They've been sending emails saying they're over 100% capacity right now. And they still have 2 assignments to give out to students. I'm always make some shake, but I don't want to have to. I want to have something stable.
The fall semester of classes begin in 3 weeks. More students with special needs getting access to quality education. Miracle Academy Private Christian School officially opening their high school wing today. The academy was founded in 2020 and specifically caters to students with special needs, such as Down syndrome. The school's founders say their mission started with a cause that is closest to them, their daughter.
We started the school and named it in her honor because we understand that there are other families who are just like us, find themselves in that position like, what am I going to do with my child? I want my child in an environment where they're going to be taught. I want my child in an environment where they're going to be safe. And I want my child in an environment where they're not going to be picked on.
The school started with 4 students, and their latest enrollment shows growth with 80 students so far. Pretty incredible. Due to the overwhelming number of applicants at yesterday's job fair at the new Smucker's factory, the company will be doing extended interviews at the Bessemer Community Center. Nearly 2,000 people came to try to get a job that starts at $23 an hour. If you are able to pass a drug test and a background check, there may be a position available for you. The McCalla plant is expected to be complete by May of next year. Two professors are on the edge of discovery with a learning technique, and it all starts with students asking questions. It's their passion to help kids learn and grow, which makes them our community champions this week. Kids at Avondale Samaritan Place are free to use their creative minds to ask questions. In fact, a curiosity is encouraged. Amelia Spencer at Birmingham Southern and Cora Causey at UAB, they did some research together in Uganda, and through this summer enrichment camp, they received a pilot grant from UAB, and they're doing some research again.
Teachers ask questions, but we were more curious about what kind of questions students ask. And so the connection between curiosity and later learning and academic achievement, there's a lot of research on that, but not much on students generating their own questions.
With the expansion of the research, they hope to follow students to see if kids asking more questions makes a difference. As former President Trump faces more charges tonight,